there can be only single left recursive production rule, which makes whole grammar left recursive grammar. So this is example 1. See, again, there is a typical thing in example 1. What is that? See, yes is calling A, right? First production rule, and A is calling yes. So this is kind of cycle. So A is calling to yes. Sorry, yes is calling to A is calling to yes, like this. So this thing is called as a cycle. Please note this thing. So there are ways to remove such cycles. Right now we are not understanding, we are not going to see how to remove the cycle from the given grammar. But cycle is not advised in any grammar. So this is a grammar example 1 where only one production rule is there, which is a left recursive. Now example 2 is there, which contains 6 production rules. That pipe is there, right? Example 2 contains 6 production rules. Out of those 6 production rules, here 2 production rules are there which are left recursive. See here, what is happening? E is calling to E plus T, left recursive production 1. तो E मतलब लेफ्ट साइड में है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे LHS पे है, और कैपिटल E RHS में है in the beginning. It is on the left hand side. That's why it is called as a left recursive production. In same way, there is another production rule, that is a T giving T star EF. So T is on the LHS and capital T on the beginning of the LHS or RHS. Sorry, it is on the RHS. Left side में T आ रहा है capital. That's why this is a left recursive production. So such thing is not advisable. Now you have to think why we should remove the left recursive production rules. Why it is necessary? Now there is a theory. You can easily correlate whatever you learn in other subjects. For example, you have learned recursion, reentrance code, recursive code. You know, you can write a procedure or function in recursive way. What happens? A function calls itself. See, definitely recursion has some advantages, right? What is the advantage? We know that we don't have to write the same lines of code again and again. Instead of that, what we do? We write 2-3 lines as a function, and we call that function recursively. So examples are factorial of a number, Ackermann's function, or Fibonacci number. You might have done in a second or first year in programming. So you learn that recursion has advantage, but actually in some cases recursion is very, very dangerous. So how it is dangerous? See, I don't know whether you know that Tower of Hanoi problem. How many of you know Tower of Hanoi problem? Please raise your hand and raise down your hand, just I will understand. Tower of Hanoi problem, I think many people might be knowing. Okay, Tower of Hanoi problem is what? There are 3 needles are there. We have some plates are there. We have 3 plates, and first plate is of some size, second plate is of less size, and third is bigger. Means all 3 are of different sizes, right? Smaller, bigger, and more bigger. And needles are there. We shift the disc from one needle to another in such a way that we don't place bigger disc on smaller disc, right? So this is a recursive problem. So what is real problem? See, if you have 3 discs, then you can do that thing in a very easy way. But if the number of discs goes beyond 5, 15, or maybe 10, like. So to shift a stack of disk from one needle to another takes too much time, too much time. Sometimes it may be infinite. Please note this thing. There is one more example to find a prime number. You know what is prime number? A number is divisible by itself. But if you write a code for identifying a given number, whether it is prime or not, and if you write it in a recursive way, please note this thing. If you write a recursive code for identifying a particular number is a prime or not, then it may happen that if your given number is a larger, quite larger, maybe 10 digit or a 5-digit number, means like length of the size of the number, then the program may take too much time, or it may go in infinite loop. That is a problem. So I will next time I will be showing some visuals. You will understand what I want to say. So in recursion, there is a danger that in beginning or initially, depending on because there is a variable, something called as a n. Depending on value of n, we don't know how much time that recursive function is being called, right? So we don't know, and it may happen that it may call so many times. So your computer, your CPU is engaged, supposed to not engage. चेतनचा माईक चालू झाला वाटते. So I will show you it visually. You will visually you will understand what I exactly want to say. That if depending on the input n, that function may be called so many times. So huge computation might be there, and because of that, it may happen that the system or CPU may go or may hang or may go in infinite loop. So that is a danger, and that's why the removal of left recursive production rule is very, very important. Anyway, this is an example. From second example, you know that there are two production rules. There is no third production rule in this, which is a left recursive. I hope you got what I want to say. Let us say third example. Here again, there are 6 production rules. Here, like previous example, here there is no epsilon production. In previous example, say in example number 1, there is a epsilon production, right? There are 2 epsilon productions in example 1, but in this example, there is no epsilon production. But still, there are some recursive productions like A to A, small a, capital A and small a. That is a second number production rule. And there is a fourth number production rule, that is a B is calling to capital B and small b, like. So there are 2 production rules. Again, this is a similar example. Here is a something called as a cycle. A is calling to B and B is calling to A. A is calling to B. This is the first production rule, and B is calling to A. That is a fifth production rule. So again, this is a problematic grammar. But right now, we are not going to understand how to remove the cycle. We are just going to understand how to remove the left recursion. So these are 2 production rules: A to capital A and small a, B to capital B and small b. So this is an example of the left recursive grammar. Now, let us say fourth example is there. It contains large number of production rules. 8 production rules are there. Just see this example and try to identify the left recursive production rules. Yeah. So we have to find the production rules which are recursive. Now, at least here, we identified that A giving capital A and small d is one production rule. A giving capital A and small c as a second production rule. So this is a left production rule. See, we are not talking about the right recursive production rule. Actually, right recursive production rules are, we need right recursive production rule. Actually, what we are doing, we are trying to convert left recursive rules into right recursion. Now, someone may ask, what is the importance of the right recursion? So I suggest you just Google it and try to find out. Definitely, we shall discuss in other class, other session, that why we are doing this, why we are converting, or actually what we are doing, we are transforming given grammar into right recursive grammar. So anyway, this grammar contains two production rules. I hope it is clear. Again, I am repeating this example. Example number 5. Here, E is giving E plus E, and E is giving E star E. These are the two production rules which are left recursive. So we need to remove such left recursive production rules. Again, 6 example is there. Here again, something unit productions are there. See what is happening. L is generating capital S. So this thing is called the unit production. So unit productions are not advisable. So on left hand side, there should be a single non-terminal, and on right hand side, there should be combination of terminals, non-terminals, but there should not be single non-terminal, single capital letter. So again, this is dangerous, problematic production rule. So right now we are not thinking how to remove the unit productions. We shall see in next session how to remove the unit productions. But there is a third production rule, that is a L is giving capital L, comma, capital S. This is a left recursive production rule. So we need to remove that to normalize this grammar. Actually, we are trying to learn how to normalize a given context-free grammar. So I hope from these 6 examples, you understood what is exactly the left recursive production rule. Now I hope everybody is clear what is the meaning of exactly the left recursion. So you can download the slides and you can rescan what is the meaning of the left recursive production rule. That's why I said that you have to work out manually with pen and paper to understand the removal of the left recursion. So anyway, we know what is the left recursion. This yellow box contains a sample production rule. Just we talk about it. Alpha and beta are a string of terminals as well as non-terminals. A is capital A. Means what is happening? A is calling to A itself. Like that. We don't know how many times A is calling. So if you have a rule like this, if you have a production rule like of this pattern, actually this is the pattern. If you have A giving capital A alpha or beta, if you have this pattern, so there is a one rule which is used to convert this left recursive production rule into right recursive production rule. So what we do that we substitute one more non-terminal. Let us say if you have A, you can substitute with capital X, capital Y. It depends on you. Or you can use A dash, capital A dash, a new non-terminal to substitute. And we can convert this LR production, that is left recursive production rule, into RR production rule, RR, right recursive production rule. So what we are doing, we are using extra non-terminal, say A dash. You can use capital X, T, or whatever, like this. So initially you have two production rules, A alpha or beta, and after conversion you are getting three production rules, like A is giving you beta, A dash giving you alpha, A dash, or A dash is giving you empty epsilon production. So दो प्रोडक्शन रूल थे आपके पास में, आपको तीन प्रोडक्शन रूल आपने जनरेट किए by converting it to the right recursive RR production rule. तो आपने देखा ब्लैक कलर में A था, अभी रेड कलर में है. So red color A dash is on the right side of a RHS, right hand side. So what we have done nothing. We have substituted one more non-terminal such that it is not changing the meaning of the production rule or grammar. It is preserving the original meaning of the grammar. And we have generated three production rules. So this is a way how to convert left recursive production rule into right recursive production rule. तो दो के आपके तीन बन गए. So this is a simple rule. Now there is something called as a straight rule is there. Now let us say this example, A is giving you A alpha 1 or A alpha 2, A alpha m, मतलब m number of आपको you have m number of alpha 1, alpha 2 up to alpha m number of left recursive production rules, right? And there are some strings like beta 1, beta 2, and beta n. Means m plus n means that this A production rule is generating m plus n production rules. M plus n production rules are there. So if there can be some situation like this, so this is called as a straight rule. That's why it is written in a green letter, straight rule. So try to understand how to convert these all m number of left recursive production rules into right recursive production rules. So such thing is called as a immediate left recursion. Please understand this term. Later we shall explore what is the meaning of this immediate left recursion. So let us see how to convert this m plus n production rules into m plus n plus few more production rules to generate the right recursive production rules like this. So what is happening here? We have beta 1, beta 2 up to beta n. These are the strings, right? So these strings can be terminal, non-terminal, or combination of both. And we have substituted something called as a dash. A dash is a new non-terminal symbol, right? This is the new non-terminal symbol. It is in red. So what we are doing, alpha 1 A dash, beta 1 A dash, beta 2 A dash, up to beta n A dash. So in this way, A generates n number of right recursive production rules. A generates n number of write recursive production rules. And A dash, capital letter A dash in red color, it generates M plus one, write recursive production rules. It is very simple. It is a pattern. If it is given, then you have to convert in this way. Actually, it is a mechanical, don't think. So A dash generates alpha 1, A dash, alpha 2, A dash, up to alpha M, A dash. And then epsilon. Epsilon is a null production or epsilon production. So this is a epsilon symbol. I hope you got this. So this is called as an immediate left recursion, but this is called as a straight rule. Means here, given production rule, which is a left recursive, contains M plus N production rules. And we generate M plus N plus 1 new production rules by substituting A dash as a new non-terminal symbol. So I hope you got this. So let us take this example. This is a very important example. As I told you, we are trying to build different types of parsers around the same grammar, like LR parsing table, LL parsing table, SLR parsing table, LALR parsing table. We are using same grammar. That's why you have to understand this grammar, expression grammar, very clearly. So question is that remove the left recursive production rules from given grammar G01. This is example 1. Now let us say you identified these two rules. E is giving E plus T and T is giving you T star F or F. So total 4 production rules are here, right? Now you have to convert. You know that right hand side is starting with capital E, right hand side is starting with capital T. So T is calling itself, E is calling itself. So you have to match this pattern. This is a pattern. So you have to match this pattern with given pattern. So this is your pattern. This is in a left corner, left down corner, bottom corner. So you have to convert this pattern into the left pattern. So what you have to do? You have to identify what is alpha and what is beta in given production rule. That's it. And if your non-terminal is E, then you can use E dash. As I said that you can use X, Y, Z, anything, that is not a problem. But if you use another symbol, it may confuse. You know what is E, why we are using E dash? Because E dash correlates it with E. We know that it is something belonging to E. And similarly, we are using T dash for T because just imagine that a production grammar may contain hundreds and thousands of production rules. If you use any like X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, then it may create complexity. But if you have E, new terminal, non-terminal like E dash, then you can easily correlate कि भाई नहीं ये इससे belong करता है like. So let us assume alpha and beta in case 1. So match this. Alpha is your plus T. E के बाद में का जो part है, so that can be alpha. बाद में जो pipe के बाद में जो capital T है, you can call it as a beta. You match this pattern. So this is a case 1, जो beginning वाला E plus T वाला production rule है, इसको left hand side में bottom में जो pattern दिया है उससे match करो आप. So your alpha is plus T and beta is T. So definitely what will be new production rule? So try to convert on your side. So let us just think about the case number 1. So I have written here, now transform case 1, assume A is E, means you are matching. So you are assuming that capital A is equivalent to capital E, like that. This is called as a pattern matching. You have to identify what is alpha and what is beta. Alpha and beta can be string. See, plus capital T is a string. So if you assume that alpha is plus T and beta is capital T, you can convert the given production set. It is a set. It contains two production rules like E plus T or T. So you can generate E is giving you T capital E dash and E dash giving you plus T capital E dash. You just match with the rule. I hope you are getting this. So in this way, from these two production rules, we have generated three new production rules. So here you will find that E generating T capital E dash is not a left recursive production. This is a simple production rule. Again, E dash is generating plus. Plus is a terminal symbol, T is a non-terminal symbol, E dash is a non-terminal symbol. So in this way, this is second production rule, and again plus epsilon is there. So total three production rules we are generated here. Similarly, you have to consider second case. So here you can assume that star F, star capital F is alpha, right? And your beta can be capital F. Just match with this pattern. Pattern is given on the left bottom corner. So you can substitute alpha and beta in the given production rule. Now transform case 2. Here your capital A is corresponding to capital T. So like this. So what is that? A is giving you beta A dash. So T is giving you capital F T dash. Now you have to generate capital T dash. So capital T dash will be alpha T dash. So what is alpha? Alpha is star F, like this. So you have generated, you have converted these two production rules into normalized grammar. I hope you got this. I don't think that I am consuming your time. Please, it is for understanding, because this concept is very important. So we got 3 plus 3 means total 6 production rules are there. तो हमने क्या किया, 4 से हमने 6 production rules बनाए, नए generate किए. So we can regenerate original grammar G01 like this. So this will be new transform grammar. And this transform grammar given in blue is equivalent to G01. So this grammar, see, this new grammar do not contain any left recursive production rule. Definitely it contains epsilon. That is not a problem right now. But here, almost all production rules starts with capital letter or terminal letter. Terminal means what? Plus can be a terminal, star can be a terminal, and opening bracket can be a terminal. So this is one example. So I hope you got this. If you don't got, you can send a query on WhatsApp. Anyway, time is over, near to over. So I am going to just cover one more example, which is quite simple. So this grammar is equivalent. Black grammar and blue grammar are equivalent. Now see, there is a method how to prove that these two grammars are equivalent. But right now it is not in syllabus. We should not think about that. So I hope everybody got how to remove the left recursion from a given grammar. So what I suggest is that you work out with pen and paper on your side. Now let us take this example. I'm going to end the session, but just see this example too. Here again, 6 production rules are there. There is no epsilon production rule in this grammar. There is no unit production rule in this grammar. So it is simple, but the grammar has one problem, that it is a cyclic grammar. So right now we are not thinking about how to remove the cycles, but let us see how many left recursive production rules are here. So this is a left recursive production rule. A is giving you capital A and small a and C. This is one set. This is another set. B is giving you capital B and small b, because it is a left recursive production rule. And D is a representing beta. Lowercase c is representing beta. We need that thing. आप बोलेंगे कि भाई ऐसा नहीं, you cannot do without beta. You need something beta. So you have to identify beta from given grammar. And for this example, beta is a C and lowercase d. So just like previous, we have substituted capital A later. And in first case, beta is our, C is a beta. And that's why beta A dash. So we have generated this. And similarly, we have generated another set of the new production rules. So B giving capital B and small b is D B dash, and B dash giving you small b and capital B dash. So in this way, we got 6 production rules. Now you can club this with original grammar like this. So we get new transform grammar, which is equivalent to original grammar G02. See what I have done. A is giving you capital B small a. Then A is generating small c capital A dash, like that. So don't forget any production rule from original set. Original set is in a black color. You must count number of production rules in the new grammar, transform grammar. So friends, I think we have talked too much. We have discussed 2 examples. We shall see other examples, but I suggest you work out on copy with pen and paper, and we shall go ahead. But at least here we are not using straight rule. We are using simple plain rule, single rule, but we can use that straight rule also. We can bulkily transform left recursive production rules into right recursive production rules. So this is a homework. Go through the homework slide. So I think I should stop here. But again, I request you to send me the screenshot on my personal WhatsApp. Whether you see, I'm not getting proper response from your class. I want screenshots and your comment, whether you are able to listen me or not clearly. And if you have any doubt, just write in personal WhatsApp. I will try to clear it in some session. So do the homework. See, from this homework, there is a 4.2.8. If you refer that big, you will get the idea. There is another example. You go through it. You just read it. Try to understand what that slide is going to tell you. Anyway, I am thankful to you. You listened me. So thank you very much. I am ending the session.